We'll come to sector wise. Okay, we'll start finance sector, we'll do it at the end. We'll start from agriculture because agriculture is an important topic. Okay, so here see, in the budget they tell a lot of things, but I'll tell you which is new and which is old scheme. So you have to be very careful with the years. Okay, and we'll do the detailing of that scheme here itself in this budget, in this session. So credit is given to agriculture sector. Credit is given to agriculture sector 186 lakh crore. No need to remember this 186 lakh. Nobody will ask you in paper. Okay, some credit is given to agriculture sector. It means they are trying to boost the agriculture sector. Simple. Now, this is the new thing. Agriculture Accelerator Fund to encourage startups in rural areas. Simple. Now they told that this fund is to be established this year. They have mentioned in budget. It is a new thing. It's not all. It's a new thing this year. So 2023 Agriculture Accelerator Fund. Two keywords: rural areas, startups. It means they are trying to bring young entrepreneurs into agriculture. Okay, because so that agriculture, the contribution of agriculture to GDP increases. We know what is the contribution of agriculture? Very less, around 14 to 15 to 16%. Most of the contribution to GDP is by the services sector, around 55 to 60%, and that too, agriculture has 49% of the workforce. So unless and until young entrepreneurs come, they invest, so that contribution will grow, or else it will be the same. Okay, 14 to 15 to 16%. Next is Aatamnirbhar Bharat Horticulture Clean Plant Program. So this is also a new thing which will be set up. So it is what? Horticulture, to boost high value horticulture crops. It means now here what the government is boosting? Diversification of agriculture. Diversify. Okay, not only, no, you do not need to stick to only wheat, rice, or any the specific jo hota hai, wheat, rice, pulses. Now we have to diversify, expand. Okay, so here diversification of agriculture they are boosting. Okay. Now 20 lakh crore of credit to animal husbandry, dairy and fisheries sector. Okay, we have a different ministry for it, Ministry of Fisheries. Now here, what you need to do, you have to cover the schemes of Ministry of Fisheries. Obviously this whole year, in next 2 to 3 months, news will be coming, I'll be covering in current affairs, that is okay. But Ministry of Fisheries is very important because fisheries has a huge potential in India, in particular to the coastline states, Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha. Okay, additional storage capacity because loss बहुत होता है, right? So storage capacity के लिए भी the government will give. Now one extra thing is India will be supporting to make India, the government is supporting to make India a global hub for millets. Now millets is in news. This year in Yojana there is a one full month on millets. If you see the channel, you will see I have covered it. Okay, one full month on millets. So millets ke liye one question you can expect in prelims. Okay, so what you do? Cover millets part from the internet. Okay, International Year of Millets. What United Nations is doing on millets. Okay, what is the prospect of millets in India? Because it is in news, so you have to cover each and every detailed or connecting part of millets. Cover that Yojana magazine one month, maybe December or January or November, I don't exactly remember. December, right? December Yojana is about millets. So that will help you in GS answer writing and also in essay also you can write. If an agriculture question come, you can use it. Fine. Okay, now see, green growth. Okay, green growth mein green credit program to be launched. It is new. A green credit, just understand what it will do. Simple. Green credit program. Now what it will do? Credit. So the term is credit. So money will be credited. To whom? If to incentivize sustainable actions. If the action is sustainable, Okay, you know what is sustainable development. Okay, so some money will be given. So you need to wait. This year, this program will be launched in detail. Now they have simply announced. In the budget, two things happen. One is new thing they'll announce, old thing they'll give money. Now when old thing they'll give money, so that scheme is already established. So you have to cover it here. New thing you have to wait to know the all provisions. Now they have simply announced it. Okay, so you have to wait for the news from PIB. News will come, 100% the news will come this year. Okay, this is also new. PM PRANAM. PRANAM to be launched again to incentivize what? States. They will give to the states. Now, what is the reason? To promote alternative fertilizers. Now, we have covered mid-January current affairs regarding fertilizers. Remember, overuse of fertilizers. Remember? Now, fertilizer subsidy is given. Yes or no? Fertilizer subsidy. Now, when subsidies happen, overuse happens. This is the disadvantage of subsidy. Subsidy is good. It is for welfare, okay. But the disadvantage part of subsidy is overuse. Anything you get in free, you will overuse it. So overuse of fertilizer is not good. It is not good, right? Even for the soil, even for the atmosphere, it is not. Environment, it is not good. So to lessen that overuse of fertilizer, a particular scheme is coming. That is PM PRANAM scheme. We'll cover this in the next slide. So this is new green credit program. Fertilizer के लिए PM PRANAM is new. Now third, 50 new waste to wealth plants. Waste to wealth plants to be established under Govardhan scheme. This is not new. This is not new. They are saying कि more 500 waste to energy or wealth plants will be done under Govardhan scheme. Now this scheme is very important because this scheme was launched in 2018. Always in news. Govardhan scheme. Now, if you see Govardhan scheme, you are studying under green growth, you may think कि it is under Ministry of Agriculture. No, it is not under Ministry of Agriculture. It is under Jal Shakti, Ministry of Water Resources. The previous name was Water Resources, now it is Jal Shakti. In 2018, it was Ministry of Water Resources. So, what it does? Simply, it will convert biodegradable waste into biogas. Simple. Biodegradable waste into biogas, compressed biogas. So, waste to wealth. Okay, 500 new plants will be done, government said. So, the scheme name is Galvanizing Organic Bio-Agro Resources Dhan, Govardhan. Okay, now it is implemented. Now, it is under Ministry of Water Resources or Jal Shakti Ministry. Now, who implements it? It will be implemented by Swachh Bharat Mission Gramin. It's phase 2 because it's old scheme. Swachh Bharat Gramin. Now, Swachh Bharat Mission, very old mission, yes or no? It's not expected question because it is very old now. It's quite successful also. But you should know Swachh Bharat Mission has two components. One is Swachh Bharat Urban, one is Swachh Bharat Gramin. Now, Swachh Bharat Gramin comes under Ministry of Water Resources. That is Jal Shakti. Swachh Bharat Urban comes under which ministry? Housing. Ministry of Housing and Poverty, HUPA, HUPA, Poverty Alleviation, HUPA. So, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan ka urban ho gaya, Gramin ho gaya. But this scheme is by Gramin, so it is under Ministry of Jal Shakti, not Ministry of Agriculture. Clear? Govardhan scheme? Okay. Now what happens now again it will augment income of farmers. If you do this again, it means again diversification. You should not write the diversification of farmers only related to animal husbandry or horticulture. You should give these points also in GS. Multidimensional, answer should be multidimensional. Biogas bhi nahi. Here also farmers can be a stakeholder, right? So the initiative aims at attracting entrepreneurs for establishing community-based compressed biogas plants in rural areas. Okay. So just remember, keep in mind when mains answer you are writing in GS 3, agriculture questions or environment questions, you can write all these things in way forward. These things will help you in way forward. That is one part. Second part, independent question in prelims can be asked. They will not ask explain Govardhan scheme in 150-250 words. Scope is not there. Okay, either prelims or you have to use this in one point in GS mains. Okay, for that answer enrichment. Okay, next. So ये हो गया. Now this is old. Okay, Govardhan scheme is old. Two new things. MISHTI. MISHTI क्या है? Sweet, मिठाई. MISHTI is a Bengali word. ओके नहीं, कुछ नहीं है मिठाई के साथ यहाँ पे कनेक्शन. इट इज रिलेटेड टू मैंग्रोव प्लांटेशन. तो द गवर्नमेंट अगेन नाउ इट इज गिविंग फोकस ऑन मैंग्रोव्स. सो टॉपिक क्या है यहाँ पे? मैंग्रोव्स. सो ईच एंड एवरी डिटेल ऑफ मैंग्रोव्स विच विल बी कवरिंग इन एनवायरमेंट. All the schemes, Mangroves for Future, MFF, बहुत सारे schemes है, lot of schemes are there internationally also. All these things. So Mangroves becomes a very important topic for prelims and mains. So you have to cover from the internet. Okay, and plus our class notes of Mangroves. You have to wait because it is in news. Plus MISHTI एक उनके लिए हुआ है plantation coastline में. Okay, taken up for mangrove plantation along coastlines. So what you have to cover? Mangrove distribution across India. कहाँ पे सबसे ज़्यादा है? Rank wise. That is one thing. Two things done. Third thing, so distribution, rank wise. Third thing, mangroves, positive effects we all know. Positive advantages of mangroves. Fourth thing, schemes and internationally what is there for mangroves? Can anyone tell me, is there a international convention explicitly about mangroves? Yes or no? जैसे क्लाइमेट चेंज के लिए है UNFCCC, CBD है बायोडाइवर्सिटी, ओजोन के लिए है वियना कन्वेंशन और मॉन्ट्रियल प्रोटोकॉल. डू वी हैव एनी इंटरनेशनल कन्वेंशन रिलेटेड टू मैंग्रोव्स एक्सप्लिसिटली ओनली फॉर मैंग्रोव्स? नो, वी डोंट हैव. सी हियर एंड देयर इट इज देयर, लाइक पीपल इन UNCBD, because it is a part of biological diversity also, they talk about this. That is okay. They have independent schemes, but convention till now not there, remember. Okay. Now Amrit Dharohar to be implemented over next years for optimal use of wetlands. Wetlands we have covered in January 27 or 25th current affairs. Each and every detail I have covered of wetland, each and every detail. Okay, so take that PDFs and revise wetlands. Ramsar Convention. Who is the depository of Ramsar Convention? Ramsar Convention का जो laws and जो protocols and also rules charter रहता है, which organization is the depository of Ramsar Convention? Anyone? I have covered it. UNESCO. UNESCO is the depository of Ramsar Convention, remember. Okay, so all the criteria for Ramsar Convention. Okay, recent Ramsar Convention. Okay, now 75 Ramsar sites are there. In 75 years of independence, 75 Ramsar sites are. All those Ramsar sites you have to cover from the current affairs, which is January पे cover हो गया है. So I'll not cover it again. Okay. ठीक है. So wetlands becomes a very important part. So wetlands and mangroves. Don't expect that they will ask this. News is this. News is mangroves. Okay, so detailed you have to cover. Okay, fine. Next. This is the PM PRANAM. We talked about PRANAM right now regarding fertilizer. They will incentivize the states and union territories to promote alternative fertilizers and balanced use. Balanced use. See, fertilizer is required. Okay, for production fertilizer is required, but balance use. So if the states are doing balanced use, this scheme will incentivize those states. Okay, clear? Fine. So this scheme will be launched. So you have to wait for other provisions. Okay, now simply they have announced other provisions. All the detailing will be very soon announced. Okay, PM PRANAM. Most probably it will be under Ministry of Agriculture only. Okay. Horticulture के लिए 2,200 crore has been given to promote horticulture. Aatamnirbhar, horticulture, clean, plant program to be launched. Again, to be launched. To boost availability, disease-free, quality planting material for high-value horticulture crops. Clear? This is also new thing. It will be launched. To be launched. Okay. Now here, new age. You can use all this new age infrastructure for farmers. You can use these terms in your answer writing. It's new age, right? Because this is new India. बोलते ना ये नया भारत है. So now, there what the government is telling, it is asking the agriculture startups to come to rural areas and be young entrepreneurs. Which was there is a movie, Maharishi ek movie hai, end last half an hour, same thing, right? Weekend agriculture, something like that. Yeah. It means government is also watching Telugu movies. Okay. And Maharishi also got national award, I guess. One award it got. Best commercial movie or something. Yes, it got. So this fund will be set up. Now see very carefully. What is this? This is a fund basically. This is a fund. This is a fund to increase the number of agricultural startups. Main aim kya hai? Of the fund is to provide innovative and affordable solutions, because technology needs to be imbibed in the rural areas, because they do not know much about technology. See why countries like China, countries like USA are growing in farming, because they have technology. We are lacking in that. And that technology can be brought by whom? By young people, not by the old people. Okay. It will focus only on farmers and the challenges. What are the challenges they are facing? Now this fund will help the young entrepreneurs. Okay, funding, we are giving you the funds. Bring us ideas. Bring us ideas, technologies. We'll use it in farming. More young entrepreneurs will be encouraged to begin agriculture startups using these funds. Now tell me, simply they'll change the statement. Is this fund, or will it work as a venture fund? Venture. VENTURE, venture fund. Yes or no? Yes, it will work as a venture fund also. If you want to be an entrepreneur, the government will help you. It will work as a venture fund. I'm not saying it is a venture, but it will work like a venture fund. Usually venture fund कोई एक private देता है, तुम्हारा दोस्त देता है. When you start something, your friend will give you some money. Initial seed funding we call. So it will work like a venture fund. Startups focusing on cost-effective solutions will be given priorities. So if you are a startup, you are now focusing on cost-effective. Okay, cost-effective solutions if you give, then the government will give more priority to you. Okay. Also, technology startups that aim to increase agricultural outputs will be given preference. Any technology startups, if it is there, it will also be given preference by the government. So this is the basic things which the government told. Now, lot more to come also. They have simply announced it. They have simply announced it. But question can be asked. So you should know exactly what it does. Language ko bhul jao. You should exactly know what it does. Okay. So PM PRANAM, green credit. Govardhan scheme is old. Okay. So these two are new. Basically these two are new, and one for wetlands and one for mangroves. Khatam. Greenery khatam ho gaya. Okay. Simple. Next.